Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Union Arena card game. This is for the starter deck for Demon Slayer, or I'm going to say this probably wrong, but Kimitsu no Yaba. So I have never seen Demon Slayer. You see merchandise for it everywhere, and it must be popular. Much like most of the Union Arena stuff, I haven't seen them. But luckily, I have, as of this video, I have subscribed to Crunchyroll, at least for the time being, so I can try and catch up on some of these. So I'm going to start watching this. I saw it's only like 26 episodes. I'm like, dude, that's like 2 days worth of watching, 2-3 days worth of watching stuff if I binge it. Same thing, I gotta catch up on Code Geass. Same way I watched Jujutsu Kaijin after I did it, and I watched Bleach after I did it. So I need to try and catch up on these before I do these videos, but I want to try and get these out as quickly as I can. So this is starter deck number 5. So our booster packs coming for this. I just didn't have any at the time of getting this, but in the starter decks, we have, of course, a ready-to-play 50-card deck, 3 action point cards. So we have all them and a play sheet. So there are 6 different commons, 7 different uncommons, 3 different rares, 2 super rares, and 1 different action point card. There are multiple of each of these. Those are just the ones they are. So this is going to have some different colors. This is going to have a big focus on some yellow. Not sure what the other 2 colors are, but we will definitely hop in and find out. So let's pop this open and see what we have in here. So there's the back of our point card there while I open up the thing. So I haven't watched Demon Slayer, but I did a quick synopsis read, so I at least had some idea of what the heck the show was about. So again, I haven't really found anything on it before. I will look at that. There's a playmat. So just a bunch of the different characters on there, which is really cool. Yeah, so I was trying to figure out what it was about. So the idea is Tanjiro here, who's the main character, which I've heard the name before. His family got killed by demons. His sister, who's the little girl that has the little mouth guard in there, has become a demon, and he's trying to cure her. So it's like, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that was all about. So that was kind of interesting to show there. And then he becomes Demon Slayer, so then basically people are possessed, get special abilities, are demons, and then human people are Demon Slayers, and they have special water breathing technique, or not water breathing, they have special breathing techniques, which are like a kind of magic or skill utility in the world, like ki or life force. They use a breathing type of magic or whatever in the show, I should say the game, in the show. And then I have a couple other different characters. The other thing I also had to realize was interesting is this guy that was the Boarhead. His names I don't know off the top of my head, but I saw him all the time, and you're like, okay, who's this guy at the Boarhead? It's a mask. I didn't know that. So I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and hop in. So we have a fully yellow deck. I don't know what other colors will be in the booster packs. What's also really nice about the decks, assuming this follows the same as the other 4 decks, is half of the cards will be alternate artwork cards from the regular set. So even if you pick this up and you go buy the regular booster packs, you'll get duplicate cards, but they'll have different artwork, which is a really great way, I think, to do a starter set. So if I'm getting the same card, at least I'm not buying 5 brand new cards. And then there are a couple new cards in there that are brand new or exclusive to the deck, as well as the action point cards. So it's always worth picking up the starter decks, even if you are getting a full booster box or 2 booster boxes, because you get cards you wouldn't have otherwise. So let's go ahead and hop into this and see what we have. So each color in this set usually denotes a certain group of things. So I'm guessing yellow here is probably going to be Tanjiro's group, which is either his current, it's probably his group or whoever he runs around with. One of the other colors will probably be demons, which has usually been purple. For the most part, purple has usually been like the common color in almost every set. Purple or blue. Purple, blue, green, red. So it could be any one of the 4 other colors. But they tend to be the villain group, and then the other group tends to be either the secondary group of heroes or like maybe like rivals. So this might be like the other Demon Corps members, or it might be other like factions of the Demon Corps. Again, we have to play, but maybe by the time I pick up some booster packs, I will have I've seen the show, so I can explain this some of the things a little bit better. So let's start with our first card here. And we are going to have 4 copies of that. So I'll mention how many copies, because some we have 4, some we have 1 or 2 of. And it's listed as, so it's just starter set. So it's set number 5, ST, KMY. So I like that it's actually calling it that instead of Demon Slayer as its numbers. So it's number 1 and then uncommon. So you have Zensu Akagasama. So I'm going to butcher all these names. 1 play, go to the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Tanjiro Kamado, Nuzeko Kamado, or Inousuke Hashiraba among them, and add them to your hand. Place the remaining card at the bottom of your deck in any order. If you add a card for your hand, place 1 card for your hand into your sideline. So this basically is letting you search your top 4 cards of your deck to hopefully find one of your allies, and then you have to give up a card. So it's like draw 1, discard 1, but you're looking only for a specific card. But if you don't find one, you don't have to do anything. There's a trigger down there to draw a card. Here we have Senkonji Yukuradoti. So active main, switch to resting. Choose 1 other character on your field that gains 1000 BP till the end of turn. Very simple power-up card. We have 2 copies of that. We have 2 copies of Kasaguri Crow. Character active main, switch to resting once per turn. Character gains 1 yellow energy generation till the end of turn. At the end of the main phase, sideline this character. So we always get these in the sets where we get the 1 character that just gets the extra boost, but then it's discards. It's like you really just need the extra bonus at some point. Here we have our main character, Tanjiro Kamado. Doesn't do anything special, but he does cost 0 play this on action though. And if it triggers, gets a card in your hand. Just a simple version. Then we have Nezuko Kamado. During your turn, if Tanjiro is on your field, this character gains 1000 BP. So, very simple, but if you can team them up, gains a bonus. We had 4 copies of her. We have 2 copies of Kanto Suyuri. This character is active, it gains 1 yellow energy generation. So like the bird one we had, the crow, you could discard it to gain an extra bonus, which frees up your spots for other characters, but gets you a quick extra one. This only gains as long as it's active. So if it ever gets rested, it doesn't trigger, so it's interesting there as well. We got 2 copies of Inosuke Hashiriba. So this is the 3rd character we could have looked up with that first guy. So it's Impact 1. When this character attacks and wins a battle, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So basically, if your opponent can't chunk block you. If on the front line, this character is active at the end of your phase, sideline. When this character attacks and loses a battle, sideline it. Interesting. So basically, if this character doesn't attack every turn, and if it loses, it's gone. So he just wants to keep... That's interesting, because he costs really cheap to get a high cost, but he has to keep attacking every turn. Interesting. So those are the brand new characters we have. Alright. Then we have, because it's the first 15 cards. Yep, so that's not even the first 15. This card 1. Yeah, so these are alternate arts from the base set. So it says starter on here. What we're going to look at is that number there. So it's going to match KMY number 1, set 1, card number 1. So this is card number 3, card number 4, because it's the yellow card. So it's 6, 9, 14, and 15. So those are all cards that are in the base set. So or in the booster pack. So we'll see those. These are just the alt arts. We have a couple other cards here, events. We have 2 copies of Total Concentration Breathing. Choose up to 2 of your AP cards and switch them to active. Nice to see you have some of your AP ready to use for something else. And as a final trigger, if you have 0 life, place the top card of your deck into your life area. So that's booster pack number 29. We have 2 copies of Water Breathing 10th Form Constant Flow. Choose 1 character with 3,000 or less BP on your opponent's front line and sideline. If Tanjiro is on your field, 5,000 or less instead. Nice. So if you have him, you can use his water breathing technique even better. And that's trigger for a special. Choose one character on your opponent's front line and sideline it. Alright, then we have the brand new cards. These are the starter deck exclusive cards. So we have 4 copies of, I'm going to drop these down here quick. We have 4 copies of Zensu Akagasuma. So this is just a little bit stronger version, but he doesn't have a power. We have 4 copies of this Tanjiro, which has step. During your movement step, you may move this card to your front line to your energy line. So just watch him get him out. Get him back from your front line back into your energy in case he needs to like stay alive a little bit longer. Active, choose one character in your opponent's field, switch it to active against 3000 BP till the end of the turn. So these started at 101, 102. That means they're at the end of the regular booster pack set. Then we get 1 copy of the super rare. We have a 4-cost Tanjiro who's Rage. So Rage is the fun ability in this set, so he can be played on top of another Tanjiro card, and you can move him to the front line. So it's kind of way you can surprise your opponent with it, which works really nice with this one, because he could attack or whatever, then you could step back, and then you could drop this on, and you could put him right back out, and your opponent might not be expecting that. When played, if Nezuko is on your field, this character gains 500 BP and Impact 1. Raid, when I discard your hand, required energy to perform raid with it. Nice. So if he's in your security area and you just destroy, you get it right away. So that's really cool. We get an extra version of that. We have 2 copies of this Nezuko. When played, choose up to 1 character with 3 or less required energy on your opponent's front line and sideline it. Nice, so just get rid of one of their more powerful cards. It does cost you a bunch. We have 4 copies of Sabiko. When played, keep one other character on your field. It gains 1000 BP till the end of turn. So just a quick boost. Here we have 4 copies of Inosuke, but without his mask on, his boar mask. Just has active, just switch a guy to the end, but he has a double energy generation, which is always nice. I don't think any of the other first guys had that in the base set. We had the 2 guys that added extra, but we didn't have any. So that's what's nice about picking up these starter decks, is you get at least 1 guy in there has double energy generation, which is very helpful for some of the higher cost cards, such as 1 copy of this guy. It's another super rare. Giyu Tomika, and this has a little trait, Harashira. I was wondering if there are any traits in here. So Impact 1, and when played, choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line and switch it to resting. Draw a card. Oh, nice. Just stop someone from doing something, but he does cost 2 actions. Then we have some brand new events. We have 2 copies of Round Boulder. Active main. Switch to resting and sideline this card. All characters in your field gain 1000 BP till the end of the turn. Boosts everybody on your team. That's definitely not bad at all. Oh, and it's a sight. Okay, I was like, why is this square? Because it's a sight instead of a diamond. Characters have a hexagon. Events have a diamond. And sights have a thing. So the sight just kind of stays out there until you use it. We have 2 copies of Comrades. Well, the top 5 cards of your deck reveal up to 2 Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zensu, or Inosuke. Among them, add them in your hand, place your main cards at the bottom of your deck. So it's even a more powerful version of our original Zensu, except the difference is, because you 5 cards have 4, you get 2 copies, and you don't have to get rid of anything. So that's not bad at all. But the downside, the other option is you don't then have a character out and play right away. Alright, then the last 2 cards we have are just foil versions of cards we had before. So we have 1 copy of a Tanjiro, but it's foiled just on the outside, and the raid symbol, and then we have another foil version of you. So that's pretty cool there. Then we have 3 action point cards, which are all the same, which is that. Which I am actually disappointed, because this is the action card they show on the back. That is the one I was hoping for. Instead, we just got a kanji. but I guess it's what it is. I think what there is there's actually 2 different ones in the starter decks. It's kind of annoying like that. I looked it up, and so each starter deck can have 1 of 2 different action point cards. So it is nice if you know other people are playing. They can be like, oh, I got this one, you got that one. We can trade, and we can try and have 1 of each, which is kind of cool if you want to try and collect them all. Otherwise, it's not really a whole huge point to buy a second starter deck, especially if that's all you're hoping for, because there's no way of really knowing that. But that is what we have. So yeah, that's really cool. So we got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Got like 30 different cards. It's like 30 some different cards in there. But yeah, you get 15 brand new ones, 15 alt art ones. But that's what we have for Demon Slayers. So yeah, once I start finding booster packs, we'll pick those up and we'll see what the rest of the set contains. And kind of see maybe how they, compare to some of the other Union Arena sets. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. Or feel free to correct me on my terrible pronunciations. I really gotta start trying to watch these shows before I do unboxings, but I only got so much free time. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.